Come and celebrate summer with me with a preview of some of my new creations and a quick patriotic project. Welcome! I'm happy you're here. Today we're having a little patriotic summer celebration. So I just designed these pieces and I was getting ready to take off my designer hat and put on my manufacturing hat because I wanted to get these listed in my Etsy shop. So I will announce when they're ready, and my links are below if you want to follow and get those shop announcements for my listing times. So this piece right here was inspired by my friend Mary. She's my picker-junker, antique hunter junkin sister, and we're both Jersey girls, and she's got a cozy little beach cottage, and the key word is little. And like most of us, she's got to be particular about, how much stuff she brings in. She simply doesn't have the space. So we started a tradition where I make magnets for her fridge that she can change out her holiday themes. So not only does it look cute, but it just doesn't take up a lot of space. So this is what I designed for summer of 2020. And I realized that everybody is not, doesn't have a refrigerator that a magnet's going to stick to. So I designed this little shelf sitter. And it's a nice little block of wood here with my little patriotic message stamped on the front. Top, little vintage tinsel from the flea market. And I really like the way these projects turned out. I think they are really sweet and summery. So also I made this little fridge magnet, and I thought maybe that I'd put one together and you guys can follow along. So let's move this stuff out of the way for now. And I got all my little components here to put this little magnet together. And let's get started. All right, so I've got, let's just see. I have got a little piece of chipboard. This is like 2.5 inches by 4 inches. It was just a little scrap I had left over that I thought would be fun to make this little project. This is a piece of gingham fabric. Honestly, I would like to use some scrapbooking paper for this, but it is May of 2020, and you just can't pop into a craft store and get what you want. So I had to do a little shopping in my own craft room. It's the fabric fix I'm using on this. Let's see, put that back there. I found this worked best when I put it on and I kind of rubbed it in with my finger and made this more kind of like a little bit adhesive-y. Now, you're going to get glue finger from this, but it seemed to work a little bit better. When I just smeared it on there, what happened was it just stuck, it came through and stuck to the table. So I had to come up with plan B for that. All right, so I'm just basically stuck it on the fabric right there. Oops, let me do one thing first before I do that. I'm just gonna give my corners a little snip here so this fits on here nicely. Okay, the fabric wants to unravel, but that's okay. I think the gingham fabric looks really cute as a background, so I'm not too upset about it. All right, just gonna rub that in. Get glue finger again, right? Okay, press in our little sides. There, goes pretty quick. All right. Okay, so we got a nice little background to work with here. I got a piece of scrapbooking paper so I could finish off the back, and I'm just going to use a little hot glue for this. Just put a little hot glue on there and put that right on the back so it has a nice finished look. All right. Okay, so I found I thought this was really pretty. I think this was from like a little curtain valance or something. I got it at the flea market. And these things, a lot of times they're just stained and they're torn, and that's why you can get them for like a couple bucks. But you got a lot of good stuff to work with here too. So I just kind of cut out one of the little shapes that was on that. And I'm just going to glue that right on to the front. Use my glue gun a lot. I kind of like the way that stuck up right there. I thought that looked really pretty. Doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it's stuck on there. Okay. All right, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the image that I'm using here today. These images, I'll show you this. These came from the Etsy shop, Past Paper Pretties. Now, she has paper dolls from all the decades. I mean, this shop is like a national treasure, I'm telling you. It was really beautiful. Everything's beautifully scanned, and it's just ready to download and for all of us crafters to use in our projects. So the link is below for her shop, Past Paper Pretties. Go check that out. Really nice. So speaking of our little image, let me find what happened to ours here. Here she is. Okay. All right. So I'm laying her right here. Now, I like to give her a little bit of dimension and not just glue her down flat. Sometimes I just like to go a little extra mile to make things look a little more special. As you can see, she's kind of sticking out from there. So I'm going to use these little sticky dots. They have paper on top, and you peel the paper off. I'm telling you, the smaller these things are, the harder they are to work with. But they're sticky on both sides. And I'm just going to take and add a few right on here to her back. And I wanted to say hello today to Aubrey, Chris, Maddie, and Emmy. They're my biggest fan club. And they're all 6 except for Emmy. She's 7. And I was informed Aubrey is 6 3/4. So I needed to get that right. And they are the next generation of artists and crafters. They're all amazing, these kids. And I love you guys very much. All right, so I'm going to just put a little dot of glue on the back of these little sticky dots. They stick down, but I'm just going to reinforce it a little bit because it is going down on that fabric there. All right, see? Starting to come along, isn't she? All right, I made a little bow here. Just tied a little bow out of a little checked ribbon I had. I'm going to pop that in right there. Right here I've got, with my rubber stamps, these are my my interlocking stamps that I got on Amazon. So you can interlock whatever you want to stamp. And I used a color box, navy color ink today called Sailboat. Thought that was really pretty. So I just basically grabbed a piece of paper, stamped on there. I like to do that because if you mess up your stamp, you can just keep stamping until you get a good one. And this paper I'm using, it was a piece of like lavender color cardstock, and I coffee dyed it, and it changed to a really beautiful color. So I liked how it turned out. You never know with that coffee dye what colors you're going to get when you're finished. All right, so this is really simple. I'm just going to take my hot glue and put a little glue right there, and then on the America, we'll just put that on right there. Okay. Now I have a little piece of scrap lace. Turn this over. Run a little bead of glue across the back. And glue that down. Let's trim it. Just add another little dimension to that. And I also had a little piece of my vintage tinsel. I loved this one. This was a silver one, and it seems to like like it's turning, you know, like real silver wood. I love that. I'm just going to do a little bead of glue across the top here and just smash that down on there so it's showing on the opposite side. It looks really festive and pretty. Okay, and then I've got these little red forget-me-not flowers. You can always find these on Etsy. I've got them in all different colors. These little red ones are so cute. Okay, maybe stick one right there. And one more. Right there. Okay. And now you guys know, if you watch my crafting videos, repeat after me, no project is complete without some glitter. Okay, so just gonna dab a little Mod Podge. I thought maybe on her, the top of her little dress. She's got a little hat on. Just sprinkle a little glue on there. Off. That. Okay, and then I have a little round magnet, just a little craft store magnet. A little dot of hot glue on the back. Stick it right there on the back of this project. And there you have it. That was pretty quick, right? And it's very cute too. It's a very cute little project. Okay, I'm gonna bring everything back in our little patriotic party that we're having here today. If you enjoyed this video today, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will see you guys back in my craft room for the next project. So stay creative and be blessed. See you soon.